some main news, national, international, related to economics and editorial. Got it? Sure. So first, as you see on your screen, that is, it is today's news, that is satellite launched by the SSLV in wrong orbit. Okay, and it is not usable. So the first assignment is for you, both of you, is you have to search about the what ISRO. Write it down. It is assignment for you, both of you. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So write down the assignment. The first assignment is you have to make notes about the ISRO, like in which year it was established, establishment year. Got it? The second assignment is who is the current chairman? Who is the current chairman of ISRO? Clear? And the third assignment is from 2021 till date. Okay, how many satellites has been launched by the ISRO? Means you have to just searches on Google the name of the satellites. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the news is the Indian ISRO on what Sunday, the satellite on board its maiden small satellite launch vehicle are not longer usable after the SSLV-D1 placed them in an elliptical orbit. Okay. You have to understand there are two type of orbit. As you see on your screen, there are two type of orbits. The first one is what? Elliptical orbit. Okay. And the second one is what? Circular orbit. Are you getting? Both of you are getting the difference between what is elliptical orbit and what is circular orbit?
Yes, sir.
Like your Earth is what? Revolve around the sun in a circular orbit or in a elliptical orbit?
Elliptical orbit.
Elliptical orbit. Okay. Got it, Phila?
Yes, sir.
It is not on a circular orbit, it is an elliptical orbit. Okay, your Earth. So same, the satellite around the sun has two type of orbit. The first one is circular and the second one is what? Elliptical orbit. Okay. Now, do you have any idea, Hari, what type of satellites we are launching? Means on the basis of orbit, how many satellites are? Any idea?
No, sir.
कोई बात नहीं. You have to understand there are two type of satellites. The first one is what? The polar satellite, and the second one is what? Geostationary satellite. What is the difference between the polar satellite and geostationary satellite? Hari, any idea?
So the distance.
The distance. Okay, the first difference is the distance, and the second distance is Phila. Phila, do you remember it? Any second difference between the geostationary and polar? Achha. So, because this question asked many times in your UPSC prelims examination, first one you have to understand the polar satellite altitude from the, you can say from the ground surface, is always between what? You can say between 400 kilometer to 600 kilometer. Okay? It is fluctuating between 400 to 600 kilometer. And what is the altitude of the geostationary satellite? It is what? You can say 36,000 kilometers. So this question has been asked twice in your UPSC. What is the altitude of the geostationary satellite? You have to take 36,000 kilometers. And what is the altitude of the polar satellite? It is 400 to 600 kilometers. So this is the news is related to the polar satellite, not related to the geostationary satellite. Achha. Now, how UPSC asked the question from this news? They will ask you, which of the following satellite has been failed? So you have to remember it what? That is SSLV-D1. Okay? Now the ISRO has been decided next month or in the month of the October or November, they will going to launch SSLV-D2. Clear? And what they have lost in this SSLV-D1 satellite? The first one is Earth observation satellite. you can say in short EAOS 02, and your say what Azadi set satellite. It is made by the student. Got it, Phila? Hari, got it?
Yes, sir.
How the UPSC
Yes.
will ask this question. Okay, so please jot down these two names. What the name of the payload of the SSLV D1. So just write it down on your notes. SSLV D1 carries what ESO 02 satellite, or you can write it Earth Observation Satellite. This is the first satellite, and Azadi set. This is the second satellite. Okay, they will ask you this question: the satellite in 2022 which fails or which enters into a wrong orbit, what the payload that satellite has been taken. So you have to take EOS 02 and Azadi set. Clear? Hari, fill up. Should we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see the next news that is also in a headline in all the newspaper. That is Cheetah reintroduction. NBA chief dismiss all the concern. So let's just saw its important points. So these are the what important points of these from this news. That is, even as preparation are underway to reintroduce cheetah in MP, where Kuno Palpur National Park. So from this news, one MCQ has been what asked by the UPSC. Will asked by the UPSC, where the Indian government going to reintroduce the cheetah. So you have to take in what Kuno Palpur National Park. Clear? Hari? Phila, clear?
Yes, sir.
Also, please jot it down. Also, please write it down. So, the cheetah going to reintroduce in Kuno Palpur National Park, which is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Now, what happens? There are numerous, you can say, questions has been rising about the reintroduction of the cheetah in India. So, some says ki if cheetah has been reintroduced in India, maybe they will create a same problem that is currently created by the tigers. Hari, do you have any idea ki how the current tiger population has created a problem for the Indian government? You know about the Bengal tigers or tigers? How their population has been creating a, you can say, a problem for the Indian government. Any idea?
Sir, human wildlife conflict.
Human wildlife conflict. And do you have any idea ki how many tiger reserve we have currently? Because this is the second question they will ask you. No idea?
No, sir.
Okay. So in India, we have almost 52 tiger reserves. Okay. We have 52 tiger reserves, and the current population of tiger is more than 4,500 plus. So what happened, as Hari says, Phila, many tiger reserves are what on the side of the human population. So many times what happens, the tigers are entering into the human population. Got it? So same concern has been rises by many, you can say, researchers and scientists. If the cheetah find a suitable environment, find a suitable food, maybe possible they also penetrate or infiltrate in the what the human population. Got it? But on the other hand, this is your what NBA means what National Biodiversity Author Chief Vinod V. Mathur dismissed all the concern that this may cause the same problem faced by the tigers in our country after breeding. Okay? NGA chief also expressed concern that the biodiversity problems related to tigers, elephant, nilgais, monkey have been increasing due to human-animal conflict. Okay? So, as you see, this statement will come in your what? Either most probably it will come in your mains examination. Okay? You have to understand that the questions which are coming in the mains examination in the general studies paper are what taking from the newspaper, mainly from the newspaper. Now, what type of question has been asked in your mains examination? They will ask you ki, how you justify the human-animal conflict after the introduction of the what cheetah. Got it? Hari, fill up how the questions has been asked.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, चलो next question देखते हैं. Leave it this one. Next है आपका. It is also in the today's newspaper, that is Prime Minister Lord states for cooperative federalism. Okay. Now, this is the keyword. Do you have any idea what is the meaning of the cooperative federalism? Both of you, Hari, Pila, have any heard about this cooperative federalism?
No, sir. Federalism is a kind of government system, and
The
cooperative, like
cooperative,
private,
private.
like
It is corporative.
like
This is cooperative.
like a group of people coming together
Okay,
to
okay.
do.
ठीक है, okay. Phila, do you have any idea?
No, sir.
Okay. देखो, is our India following the federalism or pseudo federalism? ये मैंने बताया था. I told you. Okay. Our India what following the pseudo federalism? We have what union of states. It's been what we have 28 states, but doesn't mean कि the states have their own criminal laws or own civil laws, or they have an independency to what have their own state anthem, or they have own their flags. So all the states in our India have to work under the canopy of the union. Okay? So we actually follow what not a true federalism, we follow the pseudo federalism, in which what happens under our constitution gives numerous freedom, numerous rights to the states. Either you belongs to Tamil Nadu, either you belongs to Meghalaya, either you belongs to Delhi, or either you belongs to UP or Uttarakhand. It's mean your constitution give you means state government to make some what small laws, or like the laws related to the taxes, laws related to the land law. That, for example, what law has been made in the Himachal Pradesh, that outsiders who are not have a domicile of the Himachal Pradesh cannot purchase a land in Himachal Pradesh. Got it? Same law has been what in the Meghalaya. Got it? क्या कहते हैं Hari, it is same law, is it present in your Tamil Nadu? The outsiders are not allowed to purchase a land in Tamil Nadu, or anybody can purchase a land.
Yes, sir. Outsiders can purchase after getting the permission from the state.
नहीं, अच्छा, not a permission you can say, but if your state is allowing to, anybody can what purchase the land or settle in your state. So what happened? Why this is it is in news? Your prime minister says we have not a true federalism in our India. The true federalism is not present like in America. What is the meaning of true federalism? Like in America, the America is a what? A group of 50 states. First thing. Second thing, in America, these 50 states, whenever they wish, they can what left the group of 50 states and declare them as an independent nation. But the same condition is not applied in our India. Clear? But your prime minister says that if we are working under the pseudo federalism, and if the central government and the constitution giving a freedom to the state government, it is the responsibility of the state government to give what cooperation for the what for the better development of India, for the implementation of the central government plan. It is the responsibility of the state government. Clear? For example, as you see now, GST, you all, both of you know that there are two types of GST. The first is what the central GST, and the second one is what the state GST. Okay? So ये word you have to listen very carefully. This terminology will come in your what in your mains examination. Clear? चलो next देखते हैं. Next news क्या आपकी? That is your Jagdeep Dhankar is becomes a new vice president of India. अच्छा, do you have any idea, Hari, who elected the vice president of India? If they ask you this question, कि which body or which authority elected the vice president of India? Do you have any idea? If you are reading a newspaper.
No, sir.
Phila, which body or institution elected the vice president of India? Phila?
Sir, by electoral college.
by electoral colleges. Okay, Hari, by electoral college. Now the second question they will ask you, what is the composition of the electoral college? Okay, so the composition of the electoral college is all the elected and nominated members of Lok Sabha. Clear? The first, you can say, the element. And the second element is all the elected plus nominated member of the Rajya Sabha. Clear? So currently we have, what is the maximum strength of the current maximum strength of the Lok Sabha? That is 545. And what is the current strength of the Rajya Sabha, including your elected and nominated, is 250.
244.
250. All the elected and nominated. Because 238 are what? Elected, and 12 are what? Nominated. Clear? Fill up. Hurry. So
Yes, sir.
these two, you can say, institutions together known as electoral college, and this electoral college elected your what? Vice president. You can say what? Jagdeep Dhankhar. And what is the actual work of the vice president? Any idea? I will teach you, I will taught you in the polity lecture, but do you have any idea what is the main function of the vice president? Anyone? No idea? He is the what? Ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay? He is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha. Got it? चलो. Next आपका है, if you are reading the newspaper, you know that what was going on in what between the China and what? This is one year of Taiwan. Got it? Are you see the Taiwan in the map?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, what happens recently? Your speaker of the what U.S. Assembly, or you can say U.S. House, Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, and which strongly opposed by China, because according to the China, Taiwan is what? Is a you can say the part of China. Okay? The China did not consider Taiwan as an independent country. First thing. Second, what is the conflict history of China and Taiwan? So that history started in what? In 3 years, or you can say 3 dates. First one is 1644. Second one is 1895. And the third year is what? 1949. Now, what happens? In 1644, there is a Qing dynasty. There was a Qing dynasty in China who captured Taiwan. Clear? So from 1644 to 1895, that Qing dynasty captured ruled the China as well as ruled the Taiwan. But in 1895, what happened? China handed over this Taiwan to Japan. Means this Taiwan comes under the jurisdiction of Japan in 1895. But again in 1949, when China was what? You can say governed by PRC. Do you heard this word PRC in newspaper? Anyone? You heard this word PRC?
People Republic of China.
People Republic of China. You can say they starting their governance in 1949, and from 1949 they're claiming that Taiwan is not a part of Japan, it is a part of the China. And from 1949, this dispute has been started in what? In between the China and in the Taiwan. Third thing. Now the fourth thing is that according to some survey, or you can say according to some editorial, more than 65% of the population of Taiwan, people what in the favor that they what want to merge with China officially. Okay, more than 65% population. But according to some editorial or according to some newspaper, that 65% population is a pseudo population. Means China what giving a wrong information to the world. Fourth thing is, did UNO, your what United Nation organization, Did UNO consider Taiwan as an independent nation or a part of the China? Any idea? Your UNO considered Taiwan as an independent nation or a part of the China?
Sir, it is still a part of China, I think so.
It's still a part of China. Sheila, any idea?
No, sir. Not part of China.
Okay. According to UNO and more than, you can say, lot of countries consider Taiwan as a part of China, or you can say not an integral part, but many matters like the foreign affairs of the Taiwan, the administrative affairs of the Taiwan has been what managed by the China. Sorry, managed by the China. But UN in their you can say official document did not consider Taiwan as an independent nation. Okay. Fourth thing. The fifth thing is that China is a democratic nation. That is very interesting. And China is what? China
Communist.
is a communist country. Communist country. Okay. The Taiwan has its own constitution, and according to the constitution, they what conducted the election after the 5 years, and after the 5 years, after the every election, they what elected their president. But on the other hand, but China did not uh, follow the democracy because they following the communist rule of Taiwan. So you can say is the relation between the China and Taiwan, the status of China, sorry, the status of Taiwan between in the world is very what puzzled. Yeah. Now, why the Taiwan is so important for the world? Any idea? Why the world, the people of different countries or leaders of the different countries feeling nervous if China captured Taiwan wholly? What happens in the world? Why we are feeling very? You can say the situation is very little bit of, you can say, very worry. Why we feeling very worried? China is going to occupy the Taiwan. Is Taiwan played any important role in the world? Any idea?
Sir, it can be taking control of the surrounding waters, like
Surrounding
the
water.
South China
Okay.
Sea, and the other islands.
Not a water, but the main fact is that what from business point of view. Right now, currently, if you following the news in Taiwan, you heard about the ICN chips, which belongs to what many cars and belongs to what many mobile phones. So according to the data, more than 50% of the ICs and chips are what manufacturing in Taiwan, because they are working or they have a huge amount of factories who are what manufacturing ICs and chips. Clear? So if China occupied the Taiwan, then these companies also what controlled by the China. Clear? Villa? Clear, Hari?
Yes, sir.
So that is why the world leaders are very concerned about it. Okay? Chalo. So these are the few news which are very important. And this is the very, you can say it is an editorial. I think it is also an important editorial. Why? As you what? Reading the headline. What is the headline of this editorial? Hari, are you able to read out the headlines? It is visible for you.
Yes, sir.
What is the headline?
Tapping technology, tapping technology to check minor mineral plunder.
Minor mineral plunders. Okay. In this article, the author is specially talking about what about the sand and gravels, okay, which are becoming a very crucial for urban development. So in this whole topic, they are concerning about the environment, about the health of the rivers, about the catchment area of the rivers. Because this article is not for your prelims, this article is very important for the mains. Okay. So now today we are going to start your physical geography, and from physical geography we have three chapters. The first one is geomorphology, The second one is climatology, and the third one is oceanography. Clear? So from today we're going to start your geomorphology. Okay. Acha, chalo. So is geomorphology PPT is visible, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So write down the heading geomorphology. First of all, write down the heading geomorphology. Geomorphology. So write down the heading, subheading, you can say structure of the Earth's interior. Write down this heading, structure of the Earth's interior. Structure of the Earth's interior. Jot it down. Structure of the Earth's interior. Hurry, fill up.
Yes, sir.
So, सबसे हम we going to discuss the sources which provide knowledge about the interior of the Earth classified into 3 groups. Okay, so please write it down in short notes. There are 3 methods. Write it down. There are 3 methods by which we have a knowledge of interior of the Earth. There are 3 methods or 3 groups or 3 methods by which we have what? Knowledge of interior structure of the Earth. Interior structure of the Earth. Interior structure of the Earth. Jot it down. 3 methods or 3 classes or 3 groups by which we have the knowledge of the interior structure of the Earth. Jot it down. Hurry. Fill up. And
Yes, sir.
write down these methods. The first method is what? Artificial method, or you can say artificial sources. Write it down, please. So please write it down. Artificial method. The second source is what? Evidence from the theories of the origin of the Earth. There are numerous, you can say, geologists which gave the theories how your Earth has been formed. So we have also inspired from these theories. So evidence from the theories of the origin of the Earth. Origin of the Earth. Origin of the Earth. And the third method is what?
எட்டரைக்கு தான் வருவேன்னு சொல்லிடுறியா?
The third method, natural
ஆடிட்டு சொல்லு.
sources. And the third method, natural sources. And I don't the examples like the volcanic eruption. The geologists study the what material of the volcanic eruption. So they will able to tell the structure of the Earth, or you can say internal structure of the Earth. Then the second, you can say the natural sources is what? Earthquakes. And the third is what? Seismology. And third is what? Seismology. Clear? Jot it down. Fill up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hurry. Jot it down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the 3 methods. Okay. So from prelims point of view, we're not going very deep to study these 3 methods. But in the main examination, they will ask you to write down the details of the 3 methods by which or through which you know the internal structure of the Earth. That is the question of the main examination. We just take a small portion of these 3, you can say the headings one by one. So first one is what? Artificial method. So please write it down heading, or you can say subheading. The first source by which we able to understand the internal structure of the Earth, that is artificial methods. Write it down, please. Artificial methods or sources. And now write it down. First point. By artificial sources, write it down the first point. By artificial sources, we able to study the internal density. Internal means your Earth's internal density, comma, pressure, or you can say internal pressure, and internal temperature of the earth. And internal temperature of the earth. Is my voice is audible now? Clear, or is the fan is making some disturbance for you, both of you?
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Clear.
Hari, it is clear for you?
Yes,
na?
sir, it's clear.
Okay.
It is clear, sir.
Okay. So by the artificial method, we study what is the density of the internal structure, what is the pressure of our earth internally, and what is the temperature of our earth internally. Now, as you see this diagram, this is the upper portion, or you can say that we called it commonly lithosphere, where we standing, that is called lithosphere. Clear? Or you can say crust, but we commonly call lithosphere. Now, if this is your earth and this is the center point and you are standing in the lithosphere, do you have any idea what is the radius, or any guess what is the radius of your earth? Hari?
6,400 kilometers.
Sorry, pardon, what figure are you giving me? 3,000?
6,400 kilometers.
6,400. Or you can say the actual figure is this one. Are you able to see that figure?
6,371.
6,371 kilometers. Why I am emphasizing this image, or 6,371 kilometers? Because this figure is given in the NCERT. So we just following the data of the NCERT, because that is also followed by the your UPSC. Clear? So you can say by this diagram, the radius of the earth, or you can say this one, is around 6,371 kilometers. Okay? And out of this 6,371 kilometer, how much we able to dig it, means how far we go out of the 6,371 kilometers. Hari, any idea? Out of this 6,371 kilometer, how we human beings are able to penetrate? How much kilometer?
The 12 kilometers.
12 kilometer. Okay, Phila?
Around 14, 15.
14, 15. It is so much. 12 kilometer and 12, 13 kilometer is very, very deep. Okay? According to some data, which is, you can say, the most advanced countries like the Japan, or you can say the America, or you can say that even China, the penetration is only about 5 to 7 kilometers, because it is fluctuating, because no scientists are giving actual data. But out of the 6,371 kilometer, we are able to only just penetrate, you can say, 5 to 7 kilometers, not more than 5 to 7 kilometers. So we have a solid data, or you can say, when we drill up to 5 to 7 kilometer and take out the soil of that region, we have only able to study the you can say, out of the 67 kilometer, out of only 5 to 7 kilometer of the soil. The remaining has been studied by the different methods, which we're going to study. Now see the first point, what it says. It is commonly believed that the outer thinner part of the earth is composed of sedimentary rocks. They are talking about the lithosphere, especially they are talking about the crust. It means the crust is mainly believe that the crust is made up of outer thinner part of the earth is composed of sedimentary rocks. As you know, now there are three types of rock. Maybe possible you have studied in your forestry. The first one is sedimentary. The second one is
Igneous.
Metamorphic.
Igneous and
Metamorphic.
metamorphic. Igneous and metamorphic. There are numerous subdivision of these three rocks. So the sedimentary rocks, the thickness of which ranges between half a mile to 1 mile, means 0.8 kilometer to 1.6 kilometer. Okay. Then see the second point, the density of which ranges between 3.0 and 3.5 at different places, means the density of the rocks, you can say. The average density of the whole earth is 5.5. Please jot it down this point. Write this point. They will ask you in your MCQ, what is the average density of the whole earth? Whole earth means what? Like, which include your crust, your mantle, and your core. Please write it down. The average density of the whole earth is about 5.5. This whole average data has been given in the NCERT. Clear? Got it down? Hari, fill up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now write down next point. The density of the core means this one, the inner part of the earth is around 11.0. Please write it down. The density of the core. The density of the core is about 11.0. Then see the next point. The average density of the Earth's surface, they are talking about the crust, or you can say the lithosphere, is about 2.6 to 3.3 GCM, or don't write this parameter, just write it down, 2.6 to 3.3. Please write it down. They will also ask this question in your MCQ, in your, you can say in your prelims. Okay, what is the average density of the Earth's surface? 2.6 to 3.3. So what we have, the average density of the whole earth, which is 5.5. We have the density of the core, which is 11, and we have the density of this earth's surface, or you can say the crust, it is around 2.6 to 3. Got it? Got it down, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see this point. The satellite images, or you can say the studies, have revealed the following result about the density of various part of the Earth. Average density is 5.5. So forget this point, but the satellite images also what giving the same data, which is earlier what studied by our geologist. Now see this point. The weight and pressure of the rocks increasing with increasing depth. This is the main point. When you going in depth, what they tell, the weight and the pressure of the rock increasing with increasing depth, and hence the density of rock also increasing with increasing depth. So this data will give you in your what MCQ question. Why they will give you the question why the density of the mantle, it is the second layer, why the density of the core is increasing as compared to the upper surface of the earth. So you going to take this point, what the weight and pressure of the rock increasing with the increasing depth. Got it? How they ask you the question? Whenever you going in depth, all things has been increasing, the weight as well as the pressure. Got it, Hari? Pira? So please write down
Yes,
this
sir.
point. The weight and pressure of rocks, either it is metamorphic, sedimentary, or igneous. So the weight and the pressure of the rock increasing with increasing depth. With increasing depth. Hari, Pila, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll take 5 minutes of break and we'll again start the session. Okay.